Mic check 1 2. Mic check. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Mic check. Mic check 1 2. Awesome. Got the great song up there. Let's do a little something. A little something.
Yeah, I'm on saturated. Blessings on blessings, you call me blessings. These my blessings can all be touching. I know my level, my man, don't stress me. The puppy bless me, so I'm here to party. I want war, you're a zombie. I want body, I crawl, you're a zombie. Batting up, bring a jealous zombie. I got a party, people dancing, you're a zombie. Sanko, me, I want to wear like Paco. Waiter, bring the liquor. The poor man, someone spend the paper. Waiter, bring the liquor. The poor man, someone spend the paper. I said nobody, I won't party. I want you to go down low. I want you to find it slow. Mama, you rock the show. I'm ready to spend some more. And I'm gonna, you know, sit down, I'm gonna check it. See, I see no time for check. Man, I want you to dance like you ready, don't care. And do the dance for the zombie set. It's me and you, mama, no more stress. I want to dance, I feel myself. I want war, you're a zombie. I want body, I crawl, you're a zombie. Batting up, bring a jealous zombie. Got a party, people dancing, you're a zombie.
When Uncle D show face, all the children want a photo. Yeah, that do or die when they shake come around. You know, when I'm bless me, they papa bless me. Yes, why bless me? You cannot stop me. Your money can never go low. You say they high, but no heaven low. Papa, your man on papa. Ragaza, no removing the star. I bless you, first go up, the transformer. My blessing full of respect.
I want war, you're a zombie. I want body, I crawl, you're a zombie. Batting up, bring a jealous zombie. I got a party, people dancing, you're a zombie. I said nobody, I won't party. I want you to go down low. I want you to wind it slow. Mama, you rock the show. I'm ready to spend some more. And I'm gonna, you know, sit down, I'm gonna wait down, bring the liquor. The poor man, someone spend the paper. Wait down, bring the liquor. The poor man, someone spend the paper.
Yes, beats.
Eba, zona, eba, zona, les pas mon si on play out, les pas mon si on play out, les pas mon si on play out, les pas mon si on play out. Eh, I'm on bounce on you again, I'm on bounce on you again, I'm on bounce on you again, I'm on bounce on you again. Zona, eba, zona, zona.
the sound you can hear when I'm bouncing on the head. Anytime I call you, papa, you forced to show your face. I'm a 2x2 and shower my piggy. You think I here to play and failure. We not speaking like me and success can phone. They get me up, they bring me down, but stay a bouncing. Jala ganga boy, I'm bouncing on my haters. I can bounce, Jala loma boy. Shout out to my market, Oma, and shout out to all my yana boy. They say I rule, but at the end of the day, I can pray to Papa God. Who say I finish your turn and say they can't spot? They respect me, my piggy, but you won't cry. And I got nothing, my people, I stay on scrap. The day I pump it, y'all will know because I'm supposed to come and drop.
I'm on bounce on you again. Eggy, I'm on bounce on you again. Eggy, I'm on bounce on you again. Eggy, I'm on bounce on you again. Zona, zona. Eba, zona, zona. Zona, I'm on bounce on you again. 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 I'm on bounce on you again.
All right, I'm here to bounce on you guys. I'm here. Welcome to VOSD Sinoe in the diaspora with that Sarpo the ESOTERIC coming to you from Prospect Park, Pennsylvania, and the United States of America. Please do us a favor. Please share the link for us. Also follow us on YouTube. We go by the name Madison Freeman. You can have a lot of interesting videos as well from that angle. All right, let's see. Let me do a little sound check from my end here to make sure everything is on course. Give me a thumb up if the sound is okay. A little sound check from my end here to make sure everything. All right, my sound is wonderful. I like to do all the very different checks before I get the show going. Okay, once again, welcome to the platform. Quick show for you. We're going to do it from now to 2:45, and I'll be out of here. All right, so it's a rapid show. Follow us again on YouTube, Madison Freeman. You can watch us on your big TV. Don't hesitate again to share the link for us. It shouldn't be difficult. I mean, that's one thing I noticed. People want to listen, but they don't want to share. All right, you don't have to necessarily share in groups. All you have to do is share it on your page, and that's it. Your friends will be part of the show. All right, let's get the show going here. What we have for you today, this afternoon from my end. First, we want to just do a quick shout out to she used to be our members here, or one of our members here in the Delaware Valley chapter. She once, I think, served as a electoral commission, and that is Thelma. Her last name now is Kind Brown. Hopefully, I don't get that last name wrong. Yeah, Thelma is she's celebrating her wedding anniversary today, and so we want to do a shout out to her. She was a member of our chapter here, and she is also a member now in Minnesota. So she is celebrating her wedding anniversary today, and so we want to say happy wedding anniversary to Thelma. Is that Brown? Yeah, I think it should be Brown. Let me verify that before I call different name. Thelma. Yeah, it's Thelma Brown Kind. Okay, so she is celebrating her wedding anniversary today. So we want to do a shout out to our sister. She also she was a family member to the national president of our union. I think the president is here. She was part of the wedding ceremony. She went for it in Minnesota to be part of that occasion. And so the couple is at the second term anniversary. I'm not too sure, but I just saw the post she posted on Facebook. I just thought we should share with her, celebrate her big day with her, because she was quite involved from the beginning of our chapter here when President Francis Myers was coming to the authority here to the local chapter, and we were working on the our manifesto and doing some planning for the president agenda. She was also part of the team here. And also, Thelma, we want to say happy wedding anniversary to you. Wish you you guys many more years on this journey in the institution. More children, more babies. You know that what the Bible says now. Go in the world and procreate or reproduce. So we wish you more children, more knowledge. She's a knowledgeable woman as well. I think she's a nurse practitioner. I think, she got the advanced degree in her area. All right, so guys, we wish you well in your marriage. Okay, we just wanted to start the show that way. All right, Thelma, celebrating your wedding anniversary over there. All right, so what I'll have for you today on the show, the first thing we want to discuss, I think there's a communication coming here. Let me take a quick look and see what the author, the sender is saying. Okay, good. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. You can make it. That is wonderful. I just wanted to give you a heads up. That's all. All right, so let's get to the show here. What we have for you. All right, the first thing that I want to discuss today on the platform is what I call Schadenfreude or epicaricacy. Okay, and I just want to make sure that I will pronounce the words correctly. So Schadenfreude, okay, Schadenfreude or epicaricacy. So big words, but we'll break them down to you. That's the reason why we selected the two words. So we said Schadenfreude or epicaricacy on display in Minnesota. All right, when I say Minnesota, I just use that for abbreviation. The software I'm using, you have to be concise. So I just did, but it's not all over Minnesota, right? It's certain part of Minnesota. So Schadenfreude or epicaricacy on display in Minnesota or certain part of Minnesota, right? And by the way, what is Schadenfreude or Schadenfreude? It's a new word added to your vocabulary if you don't already know it. It's a big word, but it's very simple. So Schaden, first let's do a little etymology, the root or the history of the word, where it came from. So the first part of the word, Schaden, S-H-A-D-E-N, Schaden. By the way, the word is a German word, right? It's a German word. That's the word. It's a German word. It's not an English word. So the first part of the word is Schaden, S-H-A-D-E-N. It means damage or harm. Okay, damage or harm. Schaden, and then Freude is it's a German for joy. Okay, so it's joy in another man's misfortune. Okay, so joy in other people's sadness. So Schadenfreude or epicaricacy. So just big words for those things. So we have seen. I'm not here to call names, but I just when the shoe fits you, you can wear it. Okay. So we have a tragedy in our community, right? Our brother James Yonte allegedly murdered his wife, and it's by the logic of synecdoche, right? The part represents the whole, and the whole represents the part. All right. So by virtue of the fact that James Yonte is part of our community, if you look at it from the broader scope. He's from Africa, so he's an African. He's from Liberia, so he's a Liberian. If you narrow it down, he's from Sinoe County, and you further narrow it down, he's from the ethnic group called Sarpo, right? So you can narrow it down. So if you look at it from the larger perspective, which is by inference, people draw certain ridiculous inferences. Okay, so. That's the argument. Those that are dancing right now, that's what they are saying, right? It's also called, it's a fallacy in philosophy called guilt by association, right? So when you're associated with certain people or somebody and the person did something wrong, then they say you are also that thing, which is a bad reasoning, right? So our brother did this, unfortunately, which the union denounced, the community denounced the action of our brother, distance ourselves from it. But we have some our brothers and sisters in the community. And so by the logic they are pushing, the logic, which again is a faulty logic, right? So James is from Africa. So for the fact that he committed that act, the murder, therefore all Africans are murderers. And that's the kind of logic they're pushing. It's a basic philosophical fallacy they're committing right there, right? So if you are from Africa and an African commits a crime, therefore all Africans are criminals, which is a bad logic. The same thing in Philadelphia every day. If you look at the news, people are shooting people. So we can say, oh, the people in Philadelphia, they are Americans, and somebody killed somebody in Philadelphia, therefore Philadelphians are murderers or Americans are murderers. So it's a bad reasoning, okay? And that's what they are doing. James was a Liberian, and James allegedly committed a murder, therefore all Liberians are murderers. You know, that's the same line of reasoning. Charles Tiller killed 250,000 people. Charles Tiller is a Liberian, therefore Charles Tiller or all Liberians are murderers. So that's the kind of logic that they have been pushing, they are dancing, okay? So if you narrow it down to James is a Sarpo guy. So a Sarpo guy did something heinous. Like you're saying, all the Sarpo people in Minnesota, all in the United States, therefore they are also murderers. That's the inference they are making. So those that are dancing by association, if they're making that argument, then they are also saying they are murderers. That's what they are saying, because we are from the St. James is from the Sarpo ethnic group. He's from Sinoe. And so if one Sinoean did something wrong, by inference, all Sinoean criminals. That's horrible thinking, right? It's a horrible, horrible thinking, a way of thinking, all right? And those are things that I'm into. I'm a philosophy student, and so these are the kind of bad reasoning that we study. All right, so Schadenfreude. So again, I just told you it's joy in other people's misfortunes, okay? In another person's suffering, in another person's misery, you are celebrating, okay? And that's what we have been seeing lately. The family of Pichu, they are grieving over the death of their daughter, all right? And again, the logic that the people are pushing, guilt by association, right? So James Yonted is, if we break it down, he's from the Sarpo tribe. If we break it down into sections, which they are pushing, they are a bunch of sectionalists. So when we push it, James is, I think, from the Mapo, the Wedger group, right? From the section. Okay, if we play that. And those that are dancing, they are also from that same area. They are, I think, from the same town and all those things. And a son of that place committed an egregious crime, and they are celebrating. And so basically, they are celebrating crime. Basically, that's what they are doing. All right? They are celebrating the mystery of other people. That's what I mean. So I don't sometimes sit down and try to think how these people think. What is their train of thought? I mean, why would you celebrate when somebody and you from the same place, from the same household, from the same village, from the same town, committed a repulsive crime, and you are dancing about it? They are dancing about the mystery of the victim, the family. The people are crying. They are grieving for what somebody who are you from the same town and house and village, they are from what the person did, and you are on Facebook and celebrating. I just don't understand these people. So that's why they call Schadenfreude. And people that engage in this kind of behavior, if you do the research, it's some sort of psychological problem, right? Because when people are grieving, when people are crying for what somebody who is related to you did, and you are on Facebook and all over the place and dancing, You must be psychologically disturbed. You need some medical attention. Yes, obviously. Yes. So that's Schadenfreude. That's why we have witnessing on Facebook. Epicaricacy, happiness while people are grieving, while other people are crying, while certain people are in a state of misfortune. That's what we have been seeing lately on Facebook. And as the voice of the people of Sinoe County, I cannot sit back and say, I will not speak to that. My job here is to put my people on the right path. When they are going astray, I come here and tell you, no, you are going wrong. When I am going wrong, you come and also tell me, Daxa, you are proceeding erroneously. And so, on behalf of the children of Sinoe County, on behalf of the children of the Sarpo land who are misbehaving, who are engaging into Schadenfreude, as a spokesperson of the elders and the ancestors, I want to apologize to the grieving family, sincerely, from the bottom of my heart. It is uncharacteristic of us. This is not us, what these people are doing. Family are crying for their daughter, brutally killed or murdered, I should say. And people are on Facebook and dancing. They are singing, free our lives. Are you free for somebody committing murder? Are you celebrating that? Even if you hate James Yonte to the core, should you be dancing about this? Another person's child is dead? Should you? Should you be dancing about this? Would you be happy when somebody does that to you? Let's just say the shoe was on the other foot, and you see somebody dancing, would that be okay with you? No, you wouldn't. So let's take James Yonte for the photo for us. I know James Yonte, you consider him to be your enemy, okay? But the victim's family, are those people also your enemies? Are you? Are they your enemies as well? Think for a second here. Okay, take James Yonte for the picture as well. His mother is grieving, or his father is grieving, the family is grieving for the egregious crime they got committed. Are you also not in solidarity? You don't experience the pain the parents are feeling? It's only James Yonte that you see in this picture. You don't see the other variables involved. So deeply, to the family of Pichu, we distance ourselves from these heartless creatures that are in our community that are celebrating the demise, the brutal demise, the truncation of the young lady's life. We distance ourselves from those people. We are not part of what they are doing. They are a French group that don't want to see unity in the community. So when something happens, somebody that they perceive as their enemy, when something happens so that the only that person they see, they are in a little bubble, in a little cocoon, and they don't see everything out, other things out there. All right? So I apologize on their behalf. Like Jesus said, they don't know what they are doing. Yes. They do not know what they are doing. And those of us who know, we want to apologize. Again, I am the spokesperson for Sinoe County. That's why they call the voice of Sinoe in the diaspora. And so when my children are going wrong, I will rebuke them and apologize and pull down the rod pile and apologize to the people that have been victimized. So we are sorry deeply to the family, the grieving family, for the misbehavior, for the illiteracy, for the heartlessness, for the callousness that's been displayed on Facebook by these people who call themselves kind-hearted people. How can you call yourself a kind-hearted person? And then another family is grieving and you are dancing about it. You are playing music on Facebook all over the place. It's okay with you. We are free now. James Yonte is gone. Okay, James Yonte is gone. He's no longer in a so-called normal society. Okay, how about the young lady too now? Or you don't care about her? How about the family of the young lady? You don't care about them too? Oh, you don't care about James Yonte's family as well? Okay, maybe Jane Yonte and I mean they just glue the family and Jane Yonte together, you know, they don't get that. But okay, let's just take Jane Yonte and the family out of the picture. How about the victim now? The young lady who left her children, her mother. And some of them, they are on Facebook, they say they are mothers. Actually, mothers are kind-hearted people. They are nurturer, they are caretaker, they are sympathetic, compassionate people. They put themselves in other people's shoes. They call it empathy. That's the English word for it. Empathy. That's what the English people will have me say. You are not empathetic. You can't put yourself in the other man's shoe. No. Oh, because you want to see Jane Yonte. Oh, Sino County, I have a lot of work to do. And I'm not going to give up. Again, I apologize to the family, sincerely. We distance ourselves from these people. Anybody you see that dancing on Facebook, they are not of us. They say they got an organization. How many they have? How long has it been since the tragedy happened? Do you see any statement from them? No. They are happy about it, so they can't condemn any action. All they do is on Facebook and celebrate and fight and throw jabs at people. That's what they do. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. I don't know what kind of thing these people are drinking. I don't know what they are eating. And what are the sad in people's misery, they still celebrate. What is going on? And we'll talk, these are not children. Grown people. People that are in their 50s, some of them in their 60s. They are not children, but they don't care. Okay? So we call these kind of people sadistic people. When you see somebody celebrating in another man's misery, they are sadistic. They are satanic people. They are not good people. A good man will not celebrate when another person is grieving. No. A good person will come and support. They will offer their solidarity. That's what a good person will do. So we got Schadenfreude and epicaricacy in the Sarpo community or in the Liberian community in the diaspora. Okay, when you read the story that the people wrote, what James did, right? That unfortunate, repulsive, objectionable crime that his brother committed. They say a Liberian man. And so they put everybody together. But somebody is a Liberian on Facebook and they're celebrating, they're dancing. What? Are you serious? Are you serious? I thought the people of Sino County, they gotta be smart, they are smart people. I don't know, we'll have some ridiculous people and terrible thinking people in our midst. Damn it. People are crying. Families grieving. The woman less than 40 years. She left her children. The children are crying for their mother. And these people on Facebook, they are celebrating. They're happy. They are happy about it. Yes. Some of us, we are in the US, but we are not normal. Some of us, we need serious psychological evaluation. We're going to see the psychologist or psychiatrist, whoever the specialist is. Because this is not normal. If you are a normal human being, you should have human feelings. You should feel for other people. But no. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's Schadenfreude. Misery, joy in other people's misery, in other people's misfortune. Okay, that's what you see. It's a new word for you. And that's the kind of people we got. But you know, you need those terrible people to know the good people. Because say, for example, Dr. King, right? Had these people not suppressed the black people, we might not have heard about Dr. King. So we need these people to make fool out of themselves so that some of us will be looking good. Yes. So we can look good so they can go there and make fun out of themselves and make idiots out of themselves. Let it go ahead. And I will come here and denounce you and say, no, you are not animalistic, even though you have animal nature. You are a teamed animal. You are trained. You are taken from the jungle a long time ago. You have evolved over time. And you say you sat in the classroom and you know book, and the caveman cannot even behave like this. No. Schadenfreude, joy in another man, in other people's suffering, in other people's misery. And that's why Sinoe County is not making progress. Poverty is killing our people. Everything is wrong in Sinoe County. But the people say, you know what? The Palava home should build. It's still Schadenfreude, and the just went there, they go down, they demonstrated to you. They were dancing while people are hungry. And so this one, the death of people celebration, the death of the young Billy, their celebration is nothing. It means nothing when the people, thousands of people are suffering inside the county. And the people went there to just dance and dress. It's Schadenfreude. I'm still talking about Schadenfreude here. Joy in another misfortune, in other people suffering. That's what the dancers will have. That's why that's a philosophy. Once they feel they got some clothes, African clothes to wear, once they can build a palava hut, they can go there and dance 24/7. Whether that child doesn't have food, they don't care. They will congregate and take pictures. And they are posting it all over the place. And they are seeing the people around them suffering. I'm talking about epicaricacy or Schadenfreude. Joy in other people's misfortune. That's the kind of people we got in our community. All the people that have been calling since they left, they will ask her, what is wrong with these people? Are they actually from the US? I said, well, yes. The people say, our breaking Christian, so now I go to Christianity or not. They don't say all the people that say, Lord, Lord, we enter the kingdom. So all the people that come from America, they don't behave like everybody else. People get their own way, or they get their own upbringing before they even get to America. So that the fact that you come from America does not mean you will be teamed, or you'll be trained, or you'll be refined. So certain people are here, they are only here geographically. That are only different. Geographically, they are in America, but psychologically, they think like people in the jungle. Okay? Don't let the people that want to come from America, they bluff you. You are far better, some of you, in thinking than some of us that are here. You are terrible thinking. And that's what you are saying. Over 30% went over there. They don't carry $1,000 for our people. One capable for the children. No slipper, nothing. And the dancing is called Schadenfreude. Joy, happiness in other people's suffering. All right? And that's the first thing we want to talk about today on Voice of Sinoe. And that's why the platform is here. Again, before I transition to another thing, I want to apologize to the grieving family, the family of late Pichu, who went to this sorrow. Those members of our community that are doing these things, we distance ourselves from it. That's what the organization of the community, they put out, immediately that thing happened, we put out a statement to tell you that we are not in support of what happened. And so those that are dancing, we are not part, just the same way we distance ourselves from the crime James allegedly committed. We are also distancing ourselves from those people that are dancing in your misery. We are also distancing ourselves from them. Okay? And that's why the Voice of Sinoe is here for, to do the right thing, to state the truth, even if it is uncomfortable for some people. We got to say that. I sat on a great men at the Grand Bodio and those people. They tutored me, and I went to the elders and said I talked to them. And then my people will be misbehaving, will be doing the wrong thing. And I say, you know what? We don't want noise in the community. We don't want commotion for somebody not to come on Facebook and cuss, and so we leave it. No, I can't believe stuff like that. We got to set the record straight. The people are spotting our people name. The people that train us. The ethical philosophy of the Sarpo people is not to order. It's the best. The people tell you, they teach you when you're those are all that grew up in the village. Those people, someone say, our forefathers, they're not educated. That's a lie. You don't have to be formally educated. You don't have to go sit in classroom to be educated. The people will teach you, teach you the right thing to do. If you go wrong, they punish you. When these people, they were children, they would have been punished by our parents. But they are adults now. They are in America. They can wait 2 weeks. They get some paychecks so they can misbehave. They can spoil the whole culture. They can spoil the whole community name. They can spoil Sinoe County name. They will dance 24/7. Anything that made people dance. I mean, what kind of thing? What are these people drinking? What are you drinking 24/7? You're just dancing. All ladies and men. People that get grandchildren. And they say, you know what? I would dance 24/7 on Facebook. That's what I would do. Schadenfreude, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm talking about. Joy, happiness, elation, euphoria in other people grief, in other people misery, in other people dejection, in other people sadness, in other people melancholy. That's what you are seeing in our community. And we're sorry. We apologize. The voice of the people, the ancestors, the citizens of Sarpo County. We apologize to the family. All those that are affected by the inhumane act or action of these people. We apologize to you. We are deeply sorry. Forgive them. They don't know what they are doing. The people say what goes around comes around. We don't wish them any harm, but don't forget. Don't forget. Karma is crazy. All right? Karma is crazy. Don't rejoice while people are grieving. Even if you hit the ground that James Yonte walks on, put the family that are grieving in the picture too. Don't forget about them. The body of the young girl is still in the mortuary. Think about these things. You know, there's 24 hours. And our other brother surprised me yesterday. He joining those ladies and he dancing on Facebook. I'm like, what has happened to the brother? What has happened to him? What? You serious? You are dancing? You play music? I'm back. Nobody try. I said, this is what preschool are supposed to do. And that's somebody who got grandchildren. Or great-grandchildren. Or people that got great-grandchildren. Now what are they doing? We got to carry you back to preschool. All right, guys. I got to transition. Let me see some of the reactions from the people here. Some of the comments. Where are we heading where are we heading to, family? All right. I don't know where they're going. Well said, Esoteric. That's the grand body you're talking. Okay. Well said, Esoteric. From our ancestral traditions in the Sarpo land, we are good people. People with empathy. That's the word, the key word. Put yourself in other people's shoes. And compassion. This is why we, in the strongest term, condemned the diabolical crime committed by James Yonte. Once more, our prayers are with the family of the late Pichu. That human being talking here. This is how people are supposed to talk. But somebody will be over there and they are dancing. They're not even sympathizing with the family. They say the organization, no statement whatsoever. And they are dancing. What? Also, we, the people of the Sarpo land, strong to condemn anyone in whatsoever manner celebrating this crime. Thank you, Grandbodia. Thank you so much. Thank you. And these are the people I learned on. These are the people I've been sitting on their tutelage. Doctor, this is how you should proceed. And I learned this thing back in the village. They call village boy. The people were giving us the education that we need for today. I don't go sit down in the classroom and get PhD before. No, I'm talking about the foundational knowledge that the people give us. I'm watching from my Propo corner. Okay. I'm watching Mr. Modbu said, okay, so guys, those are some of the comments that I'm seeing so far. All right, let's transition to something else that I want to talk about on Voice of Sinoe. All right, this one, I want to switch to what I call another lawsuit pending. USAA versus Dancing Club. All right? Another lawsuit pending. When something is pending, it's coming. All right? It's in the pipeline. It's just a matter of time. Okay? So USAA, again, by now you're supposed to know the United Sarpo Association in Americas. Okay? And then the Dancing Club, I just abbreviated because I don't have space to put a whole team there. Sarpo Dancer Association in Americas, so I just put the Dancing Club, right? All right, so the Dancing Club members, apart from dancing about the mystery of the people and people are crying and the dancing, besides that, I mean, for some reason the people are just doing everything wrong. Are they discombobulated or confused? It could be a possible answer. Yeah, because things are, everybody are actually, and people are not gravitating towards them, you know. They are on their own island. So anything that comes to mind, they will not give you second thought, third thought, whatever the time. They don't care. They just do anything. They call it impulsive. When something is impulsive, you don't think about it. You just behave impulsively. And just do things capriciously, okay? And that's what they are doing right now. So anything that comes to mind, they do it. All right? When somebody's drowning, anything that are floating on top of the river, they will grab it, right? That's what's going on to our brothers, that happening to our brothers and sisters right now. And I empathize with them, though. Even though I repudiate what they are doing, because I empathize with them because I am their representative. So what that means is I am in them. I see myself in them, even though they don't see me, they don't see themselves through me. Because when you are like me, you will be a decent person. But I see myself in them because we are from the same place. We are Africans. We are Liberians. We're from the same county, and you can break it down. So I still identify with them. All right? But it's sad the way they are proceeding. Everything they are doing is wrong. So we are seeing another lawsuit pending, USAA versus Dancing Club. All right? So what did they do this time around? Well, they went to Sinoe County recently for their dancing safari. They were there. Their organization was established 1 month ago. The first building that the USAA built in Sinoe about 2019, and the other projects just got completed, right? You don't build a house in 1 month, okay? In 1 month, you can't build the kind of buildings that we have in Sinoe County right now. They can't be built in 1 month. So it's not possible for an organization that was established in a month time to build that. It's not even recognized by the United States government. An illegal organization that is established because the lawsuit went against them. All right? These people, they went on a dancing spree in Sinoe County, in Liberia, in Monrovia. And what they did, because I did a reflective piece on my page. I wrote an article there. You can go read it, okay? And I reflected on what we are doing as an organization, the United Sarpo Association. In 2019, I was in Nabikota convention where the decision was made for us to build the first building, okay, the next quarter. And I frowned on that. I frowned on it because I thought it would not add value to our people. And I advocated for school and those things, all right, scholarship. And the people went with majoritarianism. The majority took the rule, so they put it to a vote. And some of us, all right, as a matter of fact, I abstain. I don't want to vote in that kind of election, all right? The election was for either 3 next quarter or 3 next quarters or 1. Hey, baby, how are you? All right. Yeah, I'm good. The first lady just got home, guys. All right, so 3 next quarters or 1. So the people put it, I abstain as a matter of fact, I don't want to vote in that kind of election. When you say 3 schools or 1 school, I will participate in that kind of election. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to vote in an election with next quarters. No, that's not what we need. We're talking about need. There's a difference between need and want, okay? So school is a need right now in Sinoe. Hospital is a need in Sinoe. You know, we can go on and on. So the people went ahead and we got the first next quarter, and then later on, the people invested the organization money, and they did some kind of thing. They were still operating as USAA. Okay, when we were in court, the man refused to turn our access to us, and so he said he is the president for us. All right, and the building. Okay. Now, when we went to court, and the people said, "No, you are not USAA." Or whatever you did, you are wrong. But even though you're advocating to get the last money, the people money, all right, we'll divide the money. All right, the last money you got, instead of building something, now at least you have your own organization now, right? So you can build something and you pull USAA or whatever name you want to put, a SDAA, 7-day advantage, whatever you want to call it, right? You can do that. But the properties of the USAA, the United Sarpo Association in Americas, when I wrote an article, I reflected, and I did a reflection. I said we made a mistake, and it is a mistake, and it is time for us to alter course, to do things that will make us relevant, that will make people to think, to point at us as a good example, right? I wrote an article, And the people, for whatever reason, I was just talking about USAA, the organization I'm part of. I'm not talking about I didn't write an article about it. And that's it. I wrote it reflecting on the organization that I'm in. All right. Some of them came and started attacking me. What has your organization done? I just told you that the next quarter will build. Then they're asking me, what has your organization done? Guys, I'm talking about organization. So, but anyway, long story short, I put a challenge to them. I said, okay, the Sarpo Dental Association, if you can point out one thing that you are doing inside of, show me one wheelbarrow, show me one chicken hut you build, anything that you have done inside of, point out, I challenge you, it's a challenge to you. They got nothing to do, they got nothing to show. You know what they did? The guys went and changed. They start going on the buildings. These very people were posting on Facebook, right? As we speak right now on their webpage, right? Their Facebook page. Not that one I want to show to you. On their Facebook page, you see here they say Sarpo development. It's a typo here, right? They don't put a word properly. They have not built anything, so you can call yourself development, all right? So instead of saying Sarpo Densos in association in Americas, they put your Sarpo development. So, but if you look right on their Facebook, I just took the thing before I got on, right? On their Facebook page, after that, they will go change it anyway. But I'll just point it out. On their own Facebook page, the building at the back, it says USAA, United Sarpo Association in Americas. All right? That's what they currently got on their Facebook page. They see people now, when I made that criticism, you show me one thing you have done, they are challenged them, nothing to. So what they did, they start to change. Let me show you the one. This is the original, right? There's a reason why the thing got 1, 2, 3, 4 corners, right? When originally when we build a structure, right? We'll give it 4 corners for each letter. USAA, all right? So we created 4 corners, and that's why they put this thing here, all right? You can get 4 and put 5, all right? So that they did this, the designer team purposely for the USA. They put 4 corners because our abbreviation, that 4 letter, USAA, all right? That's the original building, right? These people, because they have nothing to show, now they went back. The fake, so that we call it fake here. So they put, you see how misplaced this thing, their name is on there? They put S. This is 4 corners. So you got 5 letters. SADAA. A 5 here. And you get 1, 2, 3, 4. They can't fit here, so they squeeze it some other way. These people, they are just a bunch of crooks. You know, I don't want to use strong words, you know, but it's crooked to do this. It's dishonorable. You can't do this. You can't put your name on a property that is not yours, that you did not build. Okay? You can't do that. And this is a thing other people will say, oh, lead the people, but I have been fighting against Milton Tiaje and the corruption inside the country, and the people in my backyard here in America are doing the same thing, and they want me to be quiet about it. No, I can't be quiet. This is corrupt. It's corruption. You can't do this. I pointed out to you guys the other day. In everyday language, when somebody steals, we call them roll, right? It's roll. The everyday language. When you go in a diplomatic setting, when somebody steals, instead of saying steal, they'll say embezzle, right? And that person is called an embezzler. I told you the other day. In the academic world, when somebody writes a paper and publish it out there, and you take the person's idea, and you go put your name on it, or maybe you write in a paper, and you take it, you copy it and paste it and put it in, it's called plagiarism. You are taking idea that does not belong to you. And so everything that what the guys are doing here, they're taking the property that they did not build, the dancing club did not build, and they say it's for them. I didn't want to build it. They put their name on it. How could you do this? You are parents. A lot of you are parents. What moral lesson are you teaching our children here when you do all of this? What lesson are you teaching? Are you teaching the children to be corrupt? Because that's a message you are sending. That's a message. I would say you are parent and you are not teaching the child the right thing. So when the child does something wrong too, you want to punish them when you yourself you are proceeding wrongly? No. So the lawsuit is coming again because these people they are stealing our property. I show you the contract document the other day, everything. They themselves, they signed those documents. Okay, they signed them. But now they are putting their name on buildings that they did not build. Okay. You put your name on that. What you do? Build the $30,000 that we divide. Maybe when you guys, maybe probably you have used the money already. Okay. But if you did not use that, put another building there and put your name on it, create 4 corners or 5 corners on the store, say your abbreviation, the acronym, SDAA, it's SDAA, whatever. So then you create 4, well, you can't get 4 corners because you want your name to fit here. So you squeeze it. It's crooked, it's rockage, it's dishonorable, it's unacceptable to do this. And I'm trying to build a noble Sinoe County. I want the people to, when they point at Sinoe County, they will say, great people from that place. The county of Daxa Yopoda. And that's the county of the minister of Juku Yipa. You know, that's why I want to say honorable people. But the people every day, when I see that they're just doing everything wrong, you can't do that. And so another lawsuit is coming, ladies and gentlemen, it's in the pipeline. This time it's not in the United States. And we want to see who has the power now. Now, Liberia, the person with the power will win in the courtroom. In America, yeah, well, you know, we did it. We say because of the doctrine of Sarpoism, and so we don't want to put our brothers and sisters in jail, and therefore we want to go to mediation. No, back home, if you get deep pockets, which you have, when you're finna eating your $30,000 already, right? You'll go dancing all of this in Sinoe County. People are hungry, no carpet books and nothing, and people are mosquito eating the people. Then you're dancing in front of them. And so now the next lawsuit is pending. Yes. Because we are not going to allow the dancers to take credit for something that they did not do. I know they are good at forging documents because they doctored our Constitution the other time we were in court. So I know they will call their man on the ground and say, oh, you're playing with a document, you're changing your code SDAA, all that crap. All right. They will do that. But it's a different land, Liberia is a different land. And we'll make sure that nonsense you did, you put in your club name, there's a club name on those buildings, you got to stop that. I will come here to celebrate you when you use the $30,000 or whatever amount you got from negotiation, you build a building, I will come here and praise you. But you can't take credit for something that you did not do. Or that the buildings that weren't built, or buildings that weren't built in the name of Sarpo Dancers Association in the Americas. Those buildings, all the documents that I showed the other day, they are USAA. Okay? So whether you like it or not, for once, do the right thing. If you don't want to, if you don't want to go to court again to be defeated because the other one you are defeated again, you are forced to create your own organization. So that's a huge defeat. And so if you want another one again in Liberia, then don't move your knee. That sinister thing you did in Sinoe County. No, that's sinister as a man. It's a broad day corruption. How so? How so the people ain't doing that? I said, how could you be this? I mean, ridiculous. Why would you do that? You didn't build this building. No, you did not. They started removing the letters from the facade of the building. That's how that the building draws on here. They started removing the letter for it gradually. You know, when they put a lalo here, they started moving it the one in Jelly Town. You know, they started moving, ejecting, extracting all the letters from there. And then gradually, eventually, we got here. They put SADA. Oh, my people. The people are drowning. So, guys, if the people don't stop, I guarantee you, that I'm the voice of the people, right? We are bringing another lawsuit again. We are not going to allow these people to continue to bastardize the wonderful repetition of our community. You know the people are bad thinkers, right? Once 1 or 2 persons did something wrong, they will cover that whole group. No, which is a terrible reasoning. And so we're going to continue to help our people out because when we leave from here, we want to build honorable people, ethical people, virtuous people to come and run their platform to continue the education, and that's what we want to do. So we don't want corrupt people to come and just spoil our people's heads. No, that's not what we want. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, that's something we want to talk about here. another potential lawsuit that is pending if you guys don't remove their club name from the buildings of the United Sarpo Association in Americas. All right, so guys, we want to say welcome to Voice of Sinoe. I'm seeing great people here following. Winnie Shibba just joined us. Welcome, Rosalind. Toba, welcome aboard. Our minister, Mr. Ojuki Jimpan, welcome aboard. My Mondabu. We got here Soken, welcome aboard. Julia Jara, the Grand Bodio, and others. Thank you for joining me. All right, let's transition to something else that I want to talk about here. Let's go to a little bit of Sinoe politics. Okay, let's go to Sinoe County politics. The next election is around the corner here. So let's talk about that quickly. Right now, again, since the Electoral Commission in Liberia has not declared campaigning officially open yet. All right, but once that is done, you're going to see Sinoe County will be a mecca of politics. Okay. So, but we are looking at the political playing field right now. Let me see, somebody's calling here. Hey, Mr. Tote.
Yeah.
Welcome to Voice of Sinoe.
Okay. So, can I come in?
You are free to do so.
All right. Dad, thank you very much. Thank you for the platforms and thank you for the information you continue to provide to our people. Actually, I have limited time, but I'm interested in the first headline regarding our brothers on the other side who are dancing. For me, I call them Secret Dancer Association in America.
You know what it's for, eh?
No, that's why it's for, because they are not known internationally or worldwide. They are not known, so they are Secret Dancer Association in America.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is very, very sad that Sarpo people, will jubilate or celebrate because another Sarpo man is allegedly killed a wife.
Right.
Very sad.
Very sad.
Yeah. As we speak, auto president, Green Coat Gideos, and the rest of the people like people like Andrew Sua, Robert Toba, they are not yet come up with a statement. I went on Monrovia page, camera. She said she happy that the young man is in problem. So they are not only celebrating because Jane is in jail, but they are celebrating because the young lady lost her life.
Yes.
It's not about Jane. The young lady in your age of 35, she died. So you are celebrating because the young lady died, not because of Jane. Jane does not only against or Jane or Green Coat Gideon, he not wish them for them to die, but he have fundamental differences with them.
That's it.
And the fundamental difference in believe that Green Coat Gideon and the rest of the people are corrupt. That's the problem with Jane.
Yeah, that's
so
it.
Today the brother is in problem, and every one of them celebrating. This is not the Sarpo people that I know. This is not the Sarpo people I know. Not because we are in America and our brother came from Liberia yesterday. Instead of coming on the even go and spend the time with the people here in Minnesota, he get on the dancing floor and start dancing and buy. Nobody try it. It is very sad, my dear brother. Very sad. Our community will be divided today. Why? Despite I have a fundamental difference with Green Coat Gideon, the rest of the people on your side, I would never wish them there. Because I want to see them for them to see me a progress. Why should I wish another man there? Why? So, my brother, it is very sad, today, I was just listening to you, and listen to people or Widow Jalia's statement. It is very sad, my dear brother, because we can't have people in our society because SYZ have fundamental differences with you and you wish the person to get into problem. Madam Raw, who had children, or some maybe, or genuine private equal, or, somehow, but you wish the man, that kind of evil. It is very sad, my dear brother. But what I can tell you, continue your informations and we'll continue to support you and they will not distract us because we know, we believe with the Sarpo people, we always intimate with people despite our differences with the individual, internal wrinkling or whatever. We are sorry for people. We are very calm people. That's why sometimes people use our kindness for weakness. But this is not the type of people that I know that somebody will be in problem and you wish them into that kind of evil way. It is very, very sad. Thank you for having me on your platform. Like I said, I have a limited time, but thank you very much.
All right, no problem. Tote, thanks for calling in. Appreciate you.
All right.
All right, so that's J. Alexander Tote. He's the national publicist of the organization. He added his voice to what we are saying. Okay, so, I mean, he brought something to my attention, right? These people, like he said, there is the guy, James Jonte, only had a foundational disagreement when it comes to the way we should proceed as a community, or the leaders at the time, the way they were leading the organization, the issue of corruption, the issue of lack of accountability. Those are things that James was speaking to at first. But then these guys, if they do not have a counter argument to what you say, what they do, they resort to they stoop to cursing, man calls and park calls and different things. As we speak right now, they are just cursing on Facebook. They're cursing people out. They did that over and again, multiplicity of times. We issue caveat to refrain from insulting people. They don't listen. So Jane Yonte came up and said, Jane said, you know what? Let's play in the people own their own playing book, the book or the soccer field that they have prepared for. Let's play on our soccer field. And so when it calls power costume, then Jane calls power costume. When it calls man costume, the man retaliate with the same thing. That's all James were doing. The man even challenged them. He said, y'all leave Madison. Y'all leave Dr. Yopona because the man doesn't insult you guys. Y'all come to me. I put on a challenge. Y'all come so we can have cussing competition. All of them were in hiding. They couldn't show up. The man in jail now, they happy. I said, what kind of lesser people are you? The man was here challenging you. And he said, oh, we are free now. I said, wow, Jane was really making an impact. The men were doing something. Yes. They say, oh, we're free now. We're happy. I said, what? Jane was real, the cursing. The Liberian man said, leching. The men were doing real leching to the thing were going and so. How is it that you are cursing people 24/7, your brother on Facebook cursing people 24/7, and you're angry with somebody cursing you up? Oh, cursing you only good for other people, but it's not good for you. When your family, your brother is insulting everybody, it's okay. But when somebody does it to you, then it's bad. Then you are sad. And so Jane, you have to give it to them hot. Yes, I wish I had that bone to curse too. I'll be cursing my curse, but I can't do that. That's not mean the ancestor did not train me to do that. I only here to tell the truth. When it is wrong, I tell you. When you're wrong, I apologize to the people. Then I put you on the right track. Because my job here, I was trained by the elders and the intellectuals of our community, like the Grand Bodio, Juku, those people, Boto Jawi, and the elders, all the elders, my professor, Mr. Jefferson Camo and those people, Jackson Camo, those people, they nurture me. All right. And so that's why I'm here to do the people on the right track. I'm not cussing. And so maybe in the near future, we'll have another Jane Yonte will come out to say, no, iron caught iron. You know what I'm saying? That why I don't believe in pacifism. Sometimes you need some force. You know, so like Hitler, for example, had the people use the philosophy of Gandhi or Dr. King, we shall overcome and marshal. Hitler would destroy the Allied forces, right? You know, so sometimes you use the force that is commensurate with what the person is using, you know, and that's what James Jonte were doing. And they will come and say, today is cursing day 101. Everybody, you want curse? Let curse. Let join the University of Prophet Key. Let curse today. The man will start leching. All of that way, the man got in trouble. He did something ridiculous, you know, which I frown upon, you know. He shouldn't have done that. But Jane Yonte did something right. And we want another, maybe we need another Jane Yonte to come to so they can be cussing. All right? All right, so that, like I was saying, let's go to the politics of Sinoe County. This guy got me on course a little bit. Of course, actually. So I was talking about the politics of Sinoe County, right? 2023 will be a political conflagration in Sinoe County, all right? So we have two people, but another name is coming out right now, okay? So Honorable Zarzar, the incumbent, the representative for Sinoe County Electoral District number 3, a couple of years back, he made a public statement that he's going to be unseating the incumbent senator, Milton Tiaji. All right, he made that pronouncement, and other interviews he had, he has reiterated that, so the lawmaker is in the race for sure. Yes, nobody can take Honorable Zarzar out of the race right now as it is. It's a fact. The other lawmaker from, I say 2, no, 3, it should be 3, yeah. The other lawmaker for electoral district number 1, Creighton Duncan, also is he started a campaign already. The man is doing his campaigning and everything. And we are hearing another name, Grace Scarlett, I think Brianna. Yeah, she also coming in the race. All right. So right now we have 4 names in the race so far. I mean, potential names, I should say. Potential candidates in the race. Potential candidates for Sinoe County, a senatorial seat, going against Milton Tiaji. All right. So now let me just introduce the people to you. If you don't know, then the people that are coming and are looking at the seat that now Senator Tiaji now occupies. Okay. By the way, this is Senator Tiaji. The man that we call him Car Row, all right? He took Patricia Flomo car, all right? Broad day, the man just went and took the young lady car, all right? And the man said he wants a re-election. He wanted people to come re-elect him for taking the daughter of Lofa County, their daughter car. So the man said coming back for that to campaign on that. It's a campaign talking point for Milton Tiaji. The people of Sinoe County, I was brave enough, and I took that young lady car, Patricia Flomo. And I want you to give me another 9 years so I can take more cars. Maybe that a campaign message. That's another one. That's something you're going to be running on to. The people of Sinoe County, we're supposed to have university right now in Sinoe, right? For the senator to sponsor a bill to create a university in Sinoe County, the man sponsor a bill to make rape the law of the land. When they rape people, you pay money to the court, and that's good. So that's the man. You say he's coming back to the people of Sinoe County for their votes. Okay, I'm not here to give you his profile. When I give it to you, you will leave the platform right now. You don't want to listen because the man is horrible. All right. So now this is the man who's seeking re-election. We got this lady. This is the first man that declared Mr. Zarzar to go against him. We call him the political Gandhi of Sinoe County, and the emancipator of the people. The manumator of the people of Sinoe County, those are big word for freeing the people, from the economic degradation and social suppression from Milton Tiaji, right? So Honorable Zarzar declared to unseat Senator Tiaji 2023. All right. By way of information, the case that took Tiaji to court for corruption, it was Mr. Zarzar that exposed the man corruption in Sinoe County, and he was vindicated in the court of law. All right. What he said was proven that, yes, indeed, the man bypassed the law and ate the people money. All right. So Mr. Zarzar was vindicated in that. Do you want somebody like this? Because corruption, I think it should be the number 1 killer of the people of Sinoe County, or the people of Liberia, or the people of Africa. And this man is in the vanguard and said, no, this menace should be eliminated. He didn't say mitigated or reduce. No, he said we should get rid of it. It can be getting rid of. We can get rid of corruption. Can be eliminated. People will rationalize it. Oh, corruption can be eliminated. That's a lie. It can be eliminated. That's the way people that say that they find a way to still steal. If something is not for you, you should not take it. So corruption can be eliminated. It can. All right. So Honorable Zarzar is the challenger to Tiaji. All right, Milton Tiaji. Another young man is young man right here. He's the representative for Sinoe County Electoral District number 1. All right, it's Creighton Duncan. Creighton Duncan is also there. We have been trying to see whether we can talk to the brother to come on the side of Zarzar, but it looks like he's convinced. He has put a lot of resources in the race, to be a candidate in 2023. All right, that's the next person is this lady right here, Madam Brianna. Grace Scarlett, we are told she also has the ambition to come back. She participated in the by-election that brought, it's a midterm election actually, that brought Mr. Augustine Chia back to the Senate. All right, so she contested, she came third place. She said she was cheated, you know. So how you can be third place and you say the poach you, you know, the man who are in second place, Mr. Romeo Quia, did not say, oh, I carry lawsuit. She was in third place. She said, you know what, the people cheated me now. I didn't come first. So anyway, they went in court, and yesterday she did not get victory. You know, so she coming back again in the race. We are doing everything to talk to her, to support Mr. Zarzar. I'm in support of ladies to be at the level of legislature in Sinoe County or in Liberia as a whole. But she came the wrong time. You know, the emancipator of the people on Zarzar cannot be in the race and you jump there. You know, so if our Madam Skyline scale back a little bit, you know, chill. We got other positions there. We can put you when Quinton Duncan, I don't know, when he retires pretty soon, or district number 3 there. All the other districts are there. We can push you, you know. And so right now the lady says she's coming in race. Now, why the talking point here is, I'm saying, why Honorable Zarzar is the next senator of Sinoe County? Why is that so? Well, let's do a little math here, guys. I mean, I'm not going to put it on the board for you, but let's do a mental math here. All right. District number 1 is a battleground. And that is the stronghold of, I mean, when we look at the prior statistics, that's a play that Senator Telly was stronger in district number 1. All right. But right now, district number 1 is on Quinton Duncan. All right. He's doing some stuff there. You'll get some votes. But again, district number 1, which is Greenville district, it's like you have Monrovia, right? All the people, they're congregating there from all over the place. So in America, they will say it's a battleground, all right? So Greenville district, we can say it for Quinton Duncan. We can say it for Honorable Zarzar, or you can say it's for Terji, or for Madam Briama. It's anybody again. That district is fluid. It can go in the direction of anybody. So, and giving all variable, giving all things considered, Honorable Zarzar is very, okay, baby, it's very strong too in our district. All right. So the votes in district number 1 will definitely be shared. All right. When we get out of district number 1, that's when the trouble will start coming. Because, okay, let's assume Quinton Duncan wasn't in the race. Certain people, they are still sympathetic to war corruption. So, right, so they will vote for Terji. All right. But those people, Quinton Duncan is in the race. And so, of course, they are not going to vote for Terji. Okay, let's say Briama wasn't in the race. You know, certain people, they would have given their vote to Terji, but now those votes will be going to Briama. And then, of course, Honorable Zarzar will take votes from all those people because of a record in the county. All right. So the votes that Terji is supposed to get will be shared among those 3 candidates, Honorable Zarzar, Duncan, and Briama. All right. The votes will be shared substantially in district number 1. That's where the problem will start coming from there. Once we get out of that district, even in a last election, in Terji's own time, Mr. Zarzar beat him. He put out a candidate and he campaigned, all those things, and his own candidate did not get 5 votes in his own time. Think about it. And so that should send you a message. The people say, oh, political beat 52 of Sinoe County. Guess what? He put out Joseph Boyka. And then the ruling party now, the party chairman, it was the late Mabutu Nyimpa. For the opposition, the ruling party, at the time, UP, they put on Terji to be the campaign chairman for Sinoe County. And the 2 people, the late Mabutu campaign for CDC, and they were trying to put Joseph Boyka there. And then Joseph Boyka was defeated. He got a tsunami defeat in Sinoe County. Even though they say the political Terji has influence in Sinoe County, Joseph Boyka did not get 5 votes in Sinoe. Okay, let's leave Joseph Boyka. Someone will say, oh man, Joseph Boyka is not loved. He's not from Sinoe County, and da. Okay, he's not the son of the Southeast. That could be an argument. Okay, we'll give it to you. All right, let's look at the citizens of Sinoe County that ran in Sinoe, that Terji supported. Let's look at them. All right. The same Briama that we're talking about, that come in the red, they were all over the place and taking pictures with Terji and da. And that one led to a defeat. That's one of the reasons. That what BR. All right. Somebody stole your people money. They earmarked 74 projects, and they gave up nearly 3 million to that man to undertake the project, and the man ate the money. And then Madam Biama is campaigning, and that's what determined me about her. I want a lady, but once you liaise with a corrupt man, it scares me. You send me a wrong message, you know. And so, yeah. And so the TJ put on candidate that take, for example, his office staff, Otero Kojo, the Ghana man. He ran campaign for the Ghana man all over the place. They beat the man. In the first, I think by election, he went against Chia. I think Chia being. Then he came by again. TJ supported him. Then Samson, yeah, the lawmaker for district number 2 now that took over when the late language passed away. Samson, I think. Yeah. So we are beat Otelo Kojo again, even though TJ campaigned for him. Okay. TJ also campaigned. He brought the other guy, Kollie. All right? He brought Kollie to the people. They beat Kollie again. I mean, I can go on and on and on and on. And so now the man says, oh, you know what? The people, they are not loved by the people of Sinoe County. I don't want to love. So I'm coming back to them again. So they get probably there. Imagine, oh, that should be your message to you, sir. You say, oh, your disciples, all the people that you brought to the people, they rejected them. Then you bring yourself, the real crucifixion coming. They call it political crucifixion. Tell you about to be crucified in Sinoe County. All right? To the point where you brought a candidate, and the candidate cannot win your own village, your own town where they bury your neighbor's drink. Your candidate couldn't win. You bring yourself. Let's see. And in your own town, you're taking people from payroll. The people those people who campaign for you, they will vote for you. Come on, TJ is done. So anyway, so we are playing the numbers here. So the votes will be substantially divided in district number 1. When you get out of district number 1, we'll go to district number 2. The people at Depo already, they have endorsed Honorable Zarzar. Yeah, I can show you many videos where the people say this is the man we want because they know what Mr. Zarzar did for them or he's doing for them. The corruption that the man exposed is not only for district number 1 or district number 3, it's for the whole people of Sinoe County, and the people money the man ate. All right? And he fought their son. The people of Depo, district number 2, the late Nangwesla died. TJ did not fought there. He didn't fought there to the funeral. As a matter of fact, that man, they were happy that the way our brothers and sisters doing right now on Facebook, the men were celebrating. Because Nangwesla is a straightforward man. The man told you, 2023, I'm supporting Zarzar. All right? The man told you, it's on record. All right? And so, TJ in district number 2, don't forget it. It's a no-go zone for him. No go. The recent one, we said the guy who is the fiscal superintendent right now, for that young man to be fiscal superintendent, that's more fighting. The man put allegation against him. They went, the university he went to, the man stole money, TJ, them all type of things so they can deny that young man a job. So Zarzar and a lot of people, they fought, and the young man got a job. So the people of Depo will vote for TJ? No. No way. When you leave district number 2, because district number 2, forget it. It will be between, because Brianna got a good number of votes the other time during the election. Yes, she performed pretty well in that place. No, but it's because the people in that district, they didn't like Chie, because Chie had no footprint in the county. You know, so the people say, why would you give our vote to the guy? You know, so that why they vote about Mr. Zarzar is palpable, is visible everywhere inside the county. You know, so you got somebody, so the votes that Brianna got during the last election are coming to Zarzar. Now, when you leave district number 1 and 2, and you count to 3, which is we call the political republic of Honorable Zarzar. District number 3, the only place that TJ will get some votes in district number 3, that come town, because TJ be open hot for them. And Kollie carrying the man over the place, come town, young get out of come town, we don't carry the man, come town. Oh, we vote for you, we'll be senator again. That's only come town you get few percent. And by the way, all the people in come town, they are not supporting TJ. All right. It's just Kollie trying to reciprocate, because TJ campaign for him and they beat him, so he say, let me do something, so let me support the man too, so they can beat the man, Now what Kollie is doing right now, so it's Campbelltown, few elements in Campbelltown that play TJ getting votes. But when you leave from there, let me show you something. Some of the votes in district number 3. Let me show you something quick. I mean, it's not an official list, but it's statistics from Sinoe County. And so we can disavow the people. Let's look at some of the numbers. All right. So all the people that 102 that now has grown. The people been giving birth, they having children, and by the time when they did the census, certain people they were not of voting age, they have reached that age, they're eligible now to vote. So when you look at the number, right? When you look at the numbers on your screen here, Greenville district, right? The guy here in Greenville district, you got 15,715, right? These votes, the number of people other than they are not eligible voters, but a lot of people they are of voting age. These numbers, 15,000 people here, they will be shared substantially. All right. So over here is a battleground. So when you leave, for example, when you leave that place, you start coming to district number 3, like I was saying, that the Jirepo Belldy votes are there. On Zarzar will be pocketing them. They're going in a political bank on Zarzar. All right. So when you come in the Sankon area, Pinetown, you say Pinetown here, they got total number of 3,000 votes. That one going in the political basket on Zarzar. When you kids Sankon district number 1, I don't know what I in district number 3. I'm not too sure. All right, so I can put my hair on this, but this either they are in district number 2 or district number 1. So all the votes expect them to come in the political basket of on Zarzar. If you look at the Sincon, which is part of district number 3, that's 7,000 plus votes. So these votes are going. Wedger, these votes are going the political 4,000 plus people here. So tell me where. TJ was making some move in the Mapo area the other day. He said he run a video of building so that the people will vote for him. Come on, man. So this election, the next senator, if let's just say Quinton Duncan and Manabriyama were not in the race, maybe it would say it would be a tough race. But with these people in the race, TJ is in serious trouble. TJ can't go nowhere. They will beat that man. Zarzar will beat that man because these guys will take substantial votes from TJ. Yeah, they will take a lot of votes from him. And so 2024, our next senator is on Zarzar. It's clear. From what we are looking at right now, there are other things that I can't tell you right now because this is our political strategy. Our strategy is how we're getting the votes, the people out from all over the county. So start celebrating now, the people of Sinoe County. Your liberation is here. Because the people will not take a corrupt man over on Zarzar. The man who TJ himself telling the people of Sinoe County, listen to TJ himself.
Representative from constituency number 3 in Sinoe, on Zarzar. Before Zarzar became a representative, there was no high school outside of Greenville. And through his work, we have a high school in Zarzar. Am I hearing those? And I want to thank him for such a brilliant piece of work in our county.
Okay, so Senator TJ is basically campaigning for Zarzar already, right? You just saw that. You saw it. The man is campaigning. And so the next senator of Sinoe County is Zarzar. You want to hear the man what he will say about himself? Yeah, listen.
No nominee in the entire Republic of Liberia tell you that I have shown my 5 fingers of.
Which is not true. Hold on, let me show you. Let me play something here. Let me play it from the other device. I don't want to listen to the man that the people will vote for. No. So what he just said that nice thing about Zarzar, right? Yeah, what the man saying about himself. Yeah, what they're just saying about himself. So the people will go to the ballot and say, oh yeah, we want this man. We want the man. The tribal team, independent, is over now. The great man, Jefferson Kamal, the man is beyond Zarzar. They don't want to see the ground TJ works on because of the corruption and cussing people out 24/7 in the place. Y'all listen to TJ himself. What he says. All right, that's not what I want. That's what I want. Let me see. Let me play this one for you. I tell you, start talking, not me, so I can hear the man that wants our vote again.
7 charges against me. 6 of them criminal. 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 7 charges against me. 6 of them criminal.
So imagine.
In Sinoe, I was sued.
So the man says 7 charges were levied against him, and 6 of them they were criminal charges. Now, what the people will be voting for in 2023? Or 2020? That what they will vote for? Listen to what TJ is saying again.
2013 in Sinoe, I was sued for buying a piece of land from someone who was not the legitimate owner and building on that land. 2013 in Sinoe, I was sued for buying a piece of land from someone who was not the legitimate owner and building on that land. 2013 in Sinoe.
So imagine 2013 Sinoe, he said he bought a land for somebody who is not or who wasn't the legitimate owner of that land. You bought a land for somebody who is not the owner, and you build on the land. And the people are telling you no, the person you're telling you yourself telling us, and the lady that owns the land said the land for me, and the man said, I'm not listening to you. And he built on it. And they took that house from him and the land, everything. That's what he did. Besides taking the car from him, he started with the land for it before he came to Patricia from car. All right, let's. Let me show you. Listen to him.
Let me repeat. I will not pay Patricia Fromo any car. Let me repeat. I will not pay Patricia Fromo any car. Let me repeat. I will not pay Patricia Fromo any car.
The man took the young lady car and making big money. I'm not giving a woman car to her, no matter what you do. 2023, I will come to the people to tell you, oh, I will not give Patricia Fromo car to her. All right, that's why the man coming to you to campaign. You listen to him.
Now I'll tell you this. I am not an angel. I may have made some procedural errors. Now I'll tell you this. I am not an angel. I may have made some procedural errors. Now I'll tell you this. I am not an angel. I may have made some procedural errors. Now I'll tell you this. I am not an angel. Now I'll tell you this. I am not an angel. Now I'll tell you this. I am not an angel. Now I'll tell you this.
So the man is telling you, if you're not an angel, who is he? A devil, right? You're going to vote for a devil? The man said, I am not an angel. I'm telling you, I'm a bad man. So the people will go to the ballot box 2023 and vote for a man who telling you, I'm not an angel. I'm a terrible man. Now what the man telling you? So people are saying,
Mr. Zarzar and I shared workplace at the Ministry of Finance. He was there, deputy director of the PGA. I was there in some clerical position. In 1980,
so he telling you basically, Honorable Zarzar is a superior. They are not on the same level. The man was the deputy director for BGA. And by then he was in some clerical position. They are not on the same level. So you want to take a clerk? All right? You go take a clerk over somebody with vast experience? Come on, man. So listen. That man said, he said talking, you listen to him.
Mr. Zarzar and I shared workplace at the Ministry of Finance. He was there, deputy director of the PGA. I was there in some clerical position. In 1980, he was just getting his bachelor's degree.
All right? So he's telling you the man education and all. But then the man got a bachelor's degree. Tell you they not tell what kind of degree he has. No. And so is that the man you want to put against? He's telling you the man profile, how great the man is, the man job experience, everything. So the people of Sinoe County, why not put a man that tells you himself prison? If your opposition can praise you, hey, what else? What else, people of Sinoe County, do you want? The man that Honorable Zarzar is going against, the man is telling you this is the best man for Sinoe County. And you want to take TJ himself? The man already telling you I'm not the right person. Honorable Zarzar is the right person for Sinoe County. All right. So looking at what we are looking at right now is clear. TJ is a dead political soldier. The man is telling you corruption, but I get it. I can't deny.
Now he went and constructed a district that has no history in the library of the lower house. He went and brought a district that has no history in the library of the Senate. Nobody knows where he came from. He went to the World Trade Center on Keller Street, pretend and ask him, brother, you're calling a district. How can you approach us? You have to ask Zarzar. Don't ask me because I didn't.
So that was a campaign against the district in Sinoe County so the people can get a job. You know, you call it a Boca district, right? That's it, Boca district resources in Sinoe County. When the people went through, the man now, he said, I'm sponsoring a bill to amend Boca district. All right? So you see the man, he just, yes, the committee, he was on the committee to sign for the people to get a job. He was a co-chair. TJ said, I'm not signing. All right? And that's the man the people will vote for 2023. So it's clear, ladies and gentlemen, his own town, Tajowan, he authorized unemployed to take 46% from payroll. That elector here. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, I can go on and on. You vote for somebody who they say guilty for corruption. The people of Sinoe County, the new senator is, of course, Honorable Zarzar. Honorable Zarzar is the senator as of 2024. We are taking the man. We will advise Representative Clayton Duncan to get out. If he doesn't, he can stay in the race. It will be a political advantage. It will be at the advantage of Honorable Zarzar. If Brianna doesn't want to get out, well, it will still expedite the victory of Honorable Zarzar. Because those people will take enough votes from TJ. You know, so once we get from district number 1, we'll go in the other districts. It's a done deal. All right. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that's the issue of the victory that is pending in Sinoe County. With respect to Honorable Zarzar as the next senator of Sinoe County. All right, so that's how we're doing. The Voice of Sinoe will give you the facts, will give you the analysis and everything. You know, so now you can draft something for us too now, so we can keep bringing in more information. You can't just be listening to good information. You got to draft something so we can maintain the forum. You know, so anything that number on the screen there, you can draft something. I know some of you that listen, you'll get a lot of money in that account. You know, we got a lot of things in the making to upgrade the platform. We have been doing some stuff behind the scene. So do something, you know, draft something too. Don't hold that catch. Hold it. Just put something in a catch account for us. You know, we appreciate that. All right, so yeah, let me see the comment here. All right, that person on our spiritual team, we don't get time for voodoo people. All right, so we can read that person's comment. We'll delete it. I'll find a way to black that person again. Yeah, you always putting that stuff there. All right, so guys, let me see the last thing I want to do. I had an interview lately on what you call BANA FM. Okay, I had a conversation with the host, Abraham Kollie Jr. He called, made an appointment. I think it was last Monday. I think, yeah, I was on that platform in Liberia. You know, the Voice of Sinoe, the people are listening to us. They said, man, we want to talk to you smaller, engage. I said, oh, no problem. I have no issue. I like to talk about my county, my organization here, things that we are doing. And so the guys, I said, what you want to, as a matter of fact, I didn't tell him what I want to talk about. He called me and said, oh, I want to discuss Liberia and discuss Sinoe County and discuss the USAA. And so he reached out to me and we made an appointment. So the interaction, the last portion of the show, that's what we're going to be doing, and we'll call it a day.
Which is not true.
All right, sorry, guys. I'm playing another device back here. So let me just play that interview. Listen to it and hear what the Voice of Sinoe, the host, what we said, what we did, how well you can grade us, whether we did bad or we did good, and you will be the judge. All right, but you know, Voice of Sinoe can't disappoint now. The host, Dr. Yopo, the man who's speaking for Sinoe County, will not go out there and disgrace the people of Sinoe. No, I can't do that. I will put the right image. I'm not going to beat our brothers that put in the bad image, or our brothers and sisters that put in the bad image of Sinoe County outside there, they're dancing while people are sad. You know, we are here to sell Sinoe County to the global community the right way, because Sinoe County, I think it's the 10 original counties in the Republic of Liberia. The 10 original county in the Republic of Liberia, right? All right, so let me just get to the interview quickly and listen to what the interview I had with the young man, the host of BANA FM. Let me get to that quickly. Where is my audio? It's right here. Abraham. All right, so while I'm doing that, let me go on quick commercial here. I'll be right back so we can go into the interview. I'll be right back. So let's listen to the Queen of Traditional.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Marie Nyinambo. I'm one of the Liberia Traditional Musical Award nominees. You guys vote for me out there. See you in Liberia. I know you will vote for me because I have my fan down there. Vote for me. See you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Voice of Sinoe. We just want to play my interview that I had at one time on BANA FM, radio 98.5 in Liberia. We had an interview. The host reached out to me, and we had a wonderful conversation. So I want to share that with you and see what the Voice of Sinoe said on our platform. Let's listen to it.
So
It's wonderful to be here with you.
Oh, okay. So basically, how is the part of the state residing? How is the U.S.?
It's just wonderful. It's fine. The weather is better today as opposed to yesterday. Yeah, it's nice weather today. At least I'm wearing t-shirt and a short pants.
So if I may ask, which one of the states you reside?
Oh, I'm in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm in a little city called Prosper Park.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. Basically, how is the union, the association, Sinoe County Citizen Association? How is the movement?
Oh yeah. I think it got multiple organizations here from Sinoe County, and so the umbrella organization is called Sinoe County Association in the Americas.
Okay.
For short, it's called SCOT. Yeah, but on the SCOT, you have regional, like this is the sectional organization or the various ethnic groups in Sinoe. So I think when you say association, basically you are referring to, I think, the Sarpo Association in the Americas.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why you're talking. Yeah, but yeah, the association is doing good. We had some issues in the past, but those issues they have been addressed.
Okay. So, but you sound so great. I mean, what's the strength or what's the idea behind the greatness in your voice? You sound so energetic and strong. Or what? I mean, tell me. Is it like?
You mean right now or always?
Right now, because you are like serious move,
Oh yes, I think when I'm on a national platform, I should put some energy in my voice so that the listeners will not feel otherwise. Because if you are talking, the listeners they have different interpretation of the orator.
So
if you speak low, it sends a different message as opposed to if you put some energy in your voice.
Okay, so who is Mr. Zarzar? People want to know this Sinoe County citizen or the Sarpo people residing in Monrovia County want to know who is Zarzar.
Oh well, Dr. Sarpo, is a scion or a son of Santa County, or generally speaking, a son of Liberia. I've been in the U.S. Since 2003. I went to school. I did my first degree was in health information management, and I went back to school and I studied philosophy with concentration in law. So basically, that's a little bit about me academically.
Currently, you are a lawyer.
No, I'm not a lawyer. I love the law field. I wanted to have some ideas, so I did a branch off in that area.
Okay, so I saw you on yesterday. There was a situation you were trying to address, and I saw some pictorials and some projects from Sinoe, what have you. I mean, it caught the attentions of some of the citizens who are watching from Monrovia and what have you. So, I mean, would you like to make it very clear so that the message can resonate as well to those, Sarpo people or Sinoe residents who are residing in Monrovia and usually go back home?
Yeah, but definitely I can elaborate on that.
Okay.
So, yesterday, so you got two things in there. You're talking about development, and you talk about it's an issue. I mean, it's a major issue right now in the U.S. It closer to home, meaning that when I say home, it's like Santa County or the Sarpo Association, because one of our members allegedly murdered his wife. Mm-hmm. So it's a serious situation right now. I think the incidents happened yesterday or day before yesterday. The guy lived Minnesota, but he after the alleged murder, he went to another state called North Dakota. That's where he was arrested. Yeah, and taken into custody.
So, Colonel, how far is the investigation process?
Based on the news article that I read yesterday, he was charged for second-degree murder.
Second-degree murder. So, what was it? Colonel, where is the victim? Is it? The victim.
I missed that question. I didn't. The way I answered it wasn't. But let's listen to it. He was saying victim, so you are referring to the lady. But listen.
He's in the city of Fargo, North Dakota. He will eventually be extradited to Minnesota, where the crime occurred, and so that's when he'll be taken back to Minnesota.
So what was it? Was it the family of his wife saying?
I think in every situation, especially this situation, the family, they are grieving, they are frustrated, just the same way we are as an organization and community, because it is not a good thing. And at least according to what I think, in a society for another citizen to murder another citizen, murder is a no-brainer.
So like what I was saying, is a victim currently being buried?
So he came back to that. He did good on that, yeah.
Buried, or what's the next step? As the investigation goes?
Arrangements are on the way. I just saw this WhatsApp group, the creator. I think they set a GoFundMe and stuff like that. I think the recent phone now. I think the maximum the family seeking like $25,000. So the full the GoFundMe account has been established. Yes, things that people are preparing for. I don't know exact day right now based on the family planning, but they're making arrangements. Yeah.
All right. So now let's go to the developmental aspect of your county, Sinoe County, where you hail from, and the past son of that place as well. I saw lots of pictures you were displaying yesterday, and that the association have implemented lots of projects, and that some of the projects people want to take it as self project to clean the bird, that they were the one that one of you. So would you like to update your listeners or the audience on such initiation of the organization activities in the county?
Certainly, I can elaborate, especially on that. All right, so the USAA was an organization, or is an organization established in the 90s by members of Sinoe County, specifically the Sarpo tribe. I think it was in the middle of the war. So they thought that they should establish an organization to send some relief supplies to the members of the Sarpo ethnic group. They were stranded in Monrovia all over the country and in other neighboring countries in Africa. And so that's how the organization was established, and they were sending relief supplies to the people back home. As time progressing, the organization evolved into where it is right now. So we transitioned from just sending relief supplies to doing things such as giving students scholarship, or building structures in the county and stuff like that. So against that background, the president, we had a conflict in the union for 7 years. So after that conflict, there was election. We got Mr. Obaku Yuman and Mr. Kai Wled. They went in the race, and Mr. Obaku was victorious. So since then, he brought the union together. He served 2 terms. His signature project was to undertake build a state-of-the-art hospital in Sinoe County. But at the time, the Constitution gives him 2 years, the president 2 years. And so by the time his project was over, because it was immediately after conflict when he took over. So the first time, the goal was to solidify the unity of the organization. The members, they were fractured after the conflict. And so he made sure that the strength of the organization is back on course. And so he built that momentum for the first term. 2 years, and then the second term, he went to Sinoe, he did an assessment, everything, purchased the land, or he got the land for the people and stuff of that nature. And again, when he went there too, he took sick, and we flew him back to the U.S., to get medical care, and so it took time for him to recover. By the time he got back on his feet, his term was over. Or right within that time, a company went in the county or in the city that he wanted to build the hospital called Zarzar, or Billable Creek, basically, to be specific. And so a company built a hospital there. So he said, okay, well, we have to auto plan since the company intervened already. And then right within that time, again, his time over 2 years expired. And so the gentleman who was vice president to him, because what Obaku did, he did a fantastic work. So the assumption was his vice president will also mimic his example, And so, he took over, went to Durham, North Carolina. The election, no contestant because of what the president before he did. So they say, okay, let's give the brother a wet ballot. And he took over. His name is Green Geo. Just not to make a long story short, took over because of the leadership ineptitude. The union won a part. There was a lot of corruption. The organization money was taken from the account. We tried to do it the Liberian way. We put the elders together. The board of directors, they had to do their work. When they intervened, the guy was disrespecting the board of directors. He wasn't listening to them. We got the elders involved. We got the other group, they called it the concerned members of the organization. The guy involved tried to talk to the president, and he remained adamant, So it got to a point where we went to the next convention. As a matter of fact, he refused to fulfill his constitutional responsibility. Which was to take the people to convention every year. That's what the Constitution requires. But the guy refused to take the organization for convention under the pretext that there was COVID. So which was a valid excuse to give. So we say, okay, sir, yes, in the middle of the coronavirus, we can't go for a convention. That is right. But we are in a technological era.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you have the convention technologically or through the internet? People do these things who profit a lot of suggestions to him. The brother revoked all of that. Yes, so the whole thing escalated. He created another group in where he lived called Minnesota. They got a group there. They're doing their own thing. They have the parties, even though it's still COVID and stuff with that nature. So we said, but sir, if you say you don't want to go for convention because of the COVID, why you have the parties and all the things going from state to state and going to parties, you know? So, but anyway, long story short, we went to the next convention. The Constitution, they said, and by then, all the other what I'm talking right now, his time will expire because you were elected or given wet ballot 2017, and by then the Constitution went to Florida. The same Durham Convention, they extended the tenure, and so from 2 years to 3 years. So from 2017 to 2020, right? Yeah, his first time over. In 2021, he still says that he's the president of the organization. So the people said, no, sir, that means you have your own constitution. Based on what we are looking at right now, your time is over. So take the people to convention. When they re-elect you, you remain the president. If they reject you, another person gets there. You know, so he said, no, he's not going for convention. And then the Constitution says that if the president or the top 3 members of the executive, they are constitutionally incapacitated, which is they are not within the framework of the Constitution. They go to take charge. And so within that vein, they both took charge and took the union to convention. Right? Immediately after our convention, the brother who said he didn't want to put the members in harm's way, he organized another convention in Minnesota against the Constitution, you know. And so in Florida, the members agreed that, okay, since the brother refused to give our assets, we went in our account and basically depleted the account. We need our money back or our resources from him, so you take the brother to court. And so they authorized the General Assembly per the Constitution is the highest decision-making body of the organization. And so when they gave us the new leadership under the administration of Francis Clark Myers, that's the mandate they gave the leadership with the support of the board of directors. And so we implemented that. We took it to court. And then along the way, the members said, okay, we are the same people, so what we do, we don't want to get our brother in trouble to have him incarcerated. So what we can do, we can go to mediation. And so we got to mediation, and their proposal was to divide the money. That's what they wanted. But then the members said no, because the Constitution didn't say, because it was 4 persons that the organization sued. There were 4 people, members, the guys whose name were on the account, right? And so they said they protested that they wanted a share of the money. So we said, no, it can't happen that way. You can't say it all because you're angry or you didn't do your work, and therefore we should divide the money with you. So in the future, when somebody gets angry, they will say, okay, we want our share of the money. That doesn't make sense. But anyway, they insisted, and the mediator said, but you saying you guys are legitimate. You are the legitimate organization. You are registered in the U.S. I mean, you have all your documents. You divide because we have over nearly $200,000 in the account. By the first time of the gentleman, the money was almost gone. So the remaining $90,000, he withdrew it from his account, from the organization's account, and carried somewhere else that we didn't know, And so the $90,000.
All right, guy.
Hire a lawyer. So he reported to his first lawyer that he had $90,000, but then he couldn't afford the first lawyer, so he dropped that lawyer and brought a Somalian lawyer. And so now the $90,000 he told the new lawyer now he has $61,000. He removes $28,000. What do you do with it? We don't know. So the remaining $61,000. And to be fair to him, we had 2 accounts. We have the business account and the operational account. So in the business account, he left $1,000, and then in the operational account, you left 1,000 of the organization now. So the current president, Francois Meyer, said, okay, since we have $2,000 in the account, we can use that to get some student scholarship in Sinoe County. Again, the guys protested. They say they want share of that $2,000. Yeah. So they wrote the bank because when we came, their name was on the account, and we wanted to put the new leaders on the account, but they refused to come to the bank to do the transfer, to transition. And so the bank said that what we can do is to open another account, and then we can transfer the $2,000 in the new account of the organization. Because we can't put your name on the old account when the first people are not present. So that's why the bank did the transfer the $2,000. The guys went back to take the $2,000 from there. It wasn't there. So the filed fraud claim to the bank. The bank did an investigation. They said nothing happened, nothing illegal. They wrote there and sent a communication. They said, I'll copy. And so we went to court, and the only thing they could hang on because they are not legitimate. So they went, they said they wanted the 1,000. Okay. And so the mediator said, okay, let's divide it, and just so the guys can get off you guys back. And so we took a hard decision. And so now the sky is on them for eating their people money without doing anything. So they established their own organization in Minnesota. They called it Sarpo Dental Association or something like that. So then the United Sarpo Association will build the structure that I was showing now to you yesterday. The guy who was the president by then, his first term when we went to convention 2019 in Fargo, North Dakota, the General Assembly approved one building of nurses' quarter in Sinoe County. And so on his watch, that structure was built. The organization name, everything was etched on the building. And then when he took the money, illegally took the money, they used the money to build some structure in the name of the organization. So for the fact that the building, the structure in the name of the organization is our property. All right? All right. So if you look at the contract documents and everything, it bears the name of the USAA. All right? So now they established an organization which is about 1 month old now, or 2 months old. They are right now in Sinoe County in Denson, or in Liberia, Denson. But the one that the buildings that the organization built, right? They are now removing the name of the organization and putting their own name on it. Their new name. The organization that did not build the buildings, they are putting the organization name. So that's what I'm against. I have my platform. I'm advocating for. Yeah, go ahead.
So I want to know. What have been the intervention of the new leadership since they took over in terms of protecting the property that have been constructed at the time under the past leadership in the name of the association? What are they doing? Because I know that there is a team to be set up in Liberia that will also head the organization or manage those structures that have been constructed by the past leadership in the name of the union. What's the way forward?
All right, so a valid question. So what the current president of Francois Myers is doing right now, she has a team from back home, Monrovia and Sinoe County, to monitor the activities of the organization. She has a lot of things that will be programs, development programs that will be enforced sooner rather than later. So now what she did, she submitted a list of names to the members, the team that will be representing the organization in Liberia. She submitted the names to the board of directors for approval. So we are just waiting for the board approval now, and the team will be activated.
So let's look at, how many young people the organization was able to place on scholarship during the past regime? How many the current regime have put on scholarship? What's the empowerment program? What's the activities that have been engaged to since the new leadership took over?
Well, yeah, so the past administration, of course, under the watch of Mr. Gio, we approved 12 students, and that what brought the conflict. The 12 students, up to now, we approved the students, we selected them, we gave the money to the brother, and up to now, after the 6 years in office, we can see it, and that's what brought some of the issue when the board started to audit him. He got angry, And so on your watch, when we ask for accountability, he's not accountable to anybody. So as a consequence, we can see the students. We don't know where the money goes either. So now under the new administration of President Francois Myers, which is less than 1 year in office, she earmarked 50 students to be awarded scholarship. And
is it a high school? Is it a high school scholarship, or maybe elementary or university, or is just combined? Or maybe you take a university level, you take a high school, you take kindergarten as well.
So the scholarship committee headed by the Reverend he was a government official before in Liberia, Reverend Jackson Camo. He's highly knowledgeable guy, and so they are formulating a policy. But I think it will be eclectic, meaning that it will take students from every division.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now
So like I was saying, with the plan of the president, she said on the agenda of the president, Francois Myers, she says, I think education is primary on her agenda. She got other things. I think she got 3 pillars of things that she wants to do, which is education, healthcare, and then agriculture. Those are the things that she's targeting about on the agenda. First is to award 50 student scholarships. So during her inauguration that just ended last month, of the 50 students, people took about 30. They paid for 31 students already, and then we raised nearly $43,000. And so the students, for sure, before the president first term is over, will have a lot of things going on the ground. Yeah.
So with the education aspect taken into consideration, how soon we expect the kicking off of health activities going across the country, maybe provide some medical equipment, drugs to the rural clinics, the rural hospital, and the agricultural program you spoke of? How soon we expect those things to start hitting the country soon?
All right, now, we have some constraints right now because of the conflict that I just explained. We have sufficient money for the president to have done, for all those things that you're talking about to be full swing right now. But because of what the guys did, so financially, we are a little tight right now. So what give a little financial buffer zone right now is because of the inauguration of the president. So yeah, the little funds we have right now, because the $61,000 the guys share, we also got $30,000 plus of that amount, and then we have the $40-some thousand we raised for the convention, the inauguration of the president. The financial team and the planning team, they are working out modality to see to get some things running on the ground for sure. So I don't want to put a time frame on it, but the president is quite anxious to get something practical doing on the ground instead of just talking and talking. And so that's why all the various committees, they are now working expeditiously to get those things ongoing. So for sure, the healthcare sector, that's something when she talks about healthcare, education, and agriculture. So she's trying to get some medication to the various health posts inside the county. That for sure before this year ends, and she will get some supplies on the ground. The agriculture portion of it, I am afraid it might go to a next term.
Okay.
Yeah, because again we have serious financial constraint because of what the guys did to the organization.
All right. So let me add this question before coming over another one. Is there a communication person with any organization that is based in Liberia that we can get to in terms of getting some information, or probably saying a problem, or you being a leader, a member of the team, the new leadership team that I know. Is there plan, or I don't know, because I thought getting to here in the diaspora, I thought you'd be busy, you'd be the work. I don't know. The team
that's what, like I told you, the president is now trying to establish a home base. So the home base, we want to have a physical office one office in Monrovia and another one in Sinoe County. So just in case you can't reach out here, those guys can be reached on the ground. And we are also working in consultation with the Sarpo organization. They call it SDAA in Liberia, Sarpo, a Polo Development Organization. So we are working in consultation or in concert with our organization as well in Liberia.
So let me ask this question. What's your position?
I'm Secretary General for the organization.
Wow, Secretary General elect.
No, not elect. I have been inaugurated already.
Wow, congratulations. You know, we had a conversation what you telling me your portfolio. You see that? So, Honorable Secretary General, let's look at the issue of the development on the national scene of your county, Sinoe. Let's leave the Sarpo Association and get to you being a son of Sinoe. You've been seeing, you monitor, you observe the daily activity of your county, your leaders that have been elected, that have been voted upon by the people represented. I mean, are the country receiving the necessary development, the necessary empowerment that people need to be, receiving to alleviate the poverty rate?
Well, I wish I was the spokesperson for the government, or I was an insider, but again, I'm outside looking in, you know. No, but from the little information that I have gleaned so far, when I listened to the superintendent lead number chair a while ago, he spoke of having about some money, I think $200,000 in the account of the organization or the county. But they couldn't implement project because the county was without fiscal superintendent. Mm-hmm. Because we had a superintendent before, fiscal superintendent gift to Morris. Mm-hmm. He passed away, unfortunately. And so that position was open for a while. You know, Sinoe County, we have the Sinoe Legislative Caucus. Mm-hmm. The guys are working together, but we have one nuisance in the midst. So one senator in the county who is causing serious problem for our county.
So when you say that, you got one nuisance, one senator who is causing problems. Who is that person, and what are some of the problems, or what are some of the hindrances that are opposing to the growth and development of Sinoe County?
Well, the senator is Senator Milton Tiaje. I think you know he was also declared guilty for corruption in Sinoe County. He embezzled the county development funds when he was superintendent. And so he is highly tribalistic. So he treads this tribal path, you know, and that's what he does in the county. So he literally attacks everybody, including the superintendent. He has a radio station in Sinoe, which other people have named Radio Kigali, you know, where the guys will go and just preach tribal division, just attack people arbitrarily. You know, so because of his activities in the county, attacking people, and when young people are given positions as a senator for the county to represent or to seek the interests of the people, he will label the black people. You know, so say for example, I'm talking about fiscal affairs superintendent. That's why we just got the position. The position filled recently because it was empty, vacant for a while because of the senator opposition to the young man that was nominated by the president, who is Alvin Wiese. You know, so it just recently when he was appointed for, I think it took about 7 or 8 months just to get a young man approved because Senator Jenkins said he doesn't want him. You know, and so he has been a serious impediment to development in the county. When he was superintendent, 72 project or 74, according to the GSC report, those projects were approved by the county development council. And then they disbursed over $2 million for those projects. When we look at the record, according to the report of the GSC, the General Auditing Commission, according to the report I read up to now, only 3 projects they say they completed. What did you do with the money? We don't know. And so the senator has been a serious hindrance. And saying he became senator as well, when they appoint people to occupy a position, you protest against the people or you deny because the committee that can confront people in the Senate, you're part of it. He's a member of, I think as a matter of fact, the last report I looked at, he was a co-chairman on the committee, So he has been a serious impediment for Sinoe County. And that's why the people Sinoe now, they are gearing up to voting out of 2023.
All right. Well, let's look at the issue of health. Is it like improving? I mean, the health sector have improved in the counties since the regime of this senator you're speaking about in the entire caucus since they took over. Are they really paying attention to the well-being of the people in terms of providing health to the hospital? I mean, drugs to the hospitals and what have you, to some of the clinics, maybe helping and what? I mean, you hear from the place, and that's why you are out, or you get some concrete, information from the county on a daily basis. I know you gotta show that. So let's talk some of these things.
So with respect to health, and you were talking about the senators and those things, I think you are cognizant of the division of labor in the government. So the senators or the lawmakers, they are not the one responsible to put medication in hospital. They can only advocate for funding to go to the county. Yeah. And then the local government will distribute the funds. They will do what they can do for those various health facilities in the county to be getting needed resources they need. And so, like I was already saying, the superintendent of the county, like when I listen to him, the government is always complaining about being short on fundings and those things. So I can't remember. I don't know the health status of the county for sure. But what I can do is I can conjecture, I can opine that it's not negotiated by virtue of the fact that the recent development we are getting from the southeast. The people were protesting the other day in Sinoe County as a matter of fact, the healthcare professionals in Sinoe County. They were on strike and they said they're going to stay home because some of them they are not getting paid commensurate with other people in other areas, and the people are cutting their salaries and those things. So they were protesting. So I'm quite sure it's not pretty health-wise in Sinoe County.
Okay, now finally, let me hear from you before I take the last statement. The issue of road connectivity. For the time past, we know rainy season, people face problem when they are going to the southeast, especially Sinoe, Greenville there, Maryland, yes, Grand Crew, yes. How is it like in terms of the road now? Because we need glasses and that of us I know. Or is it like some improvement are taking place that you know of on the issue of road connectivity?
No, not. I think it's the responsibility of the central government to take care of the roads. And the last time I checked, I haven't gotten anything practical with respect to Sinoe County. I'm hearing there are plans of the pipeline and stuff like that, but I haven't seen anything practical being done on the ground. No. So the roads are still in bad shape.
All right. So before I leave you, because I'm actually all the time, there was a second segment I get in contact with you, but we're going to continue this. To find out what would be your message to those following you.
Repeat that question again, please.
What would be your message to the Sarpo people that are following you now or listening to you?
Well, the Sarpo, the non-Sarpo, the people of Liberia, I think we have to elect or select the right people to lead us. These various community organizations, when we do well, if we elect or appoint the right people that are patriotic and not just in words, but in deed and action, Liberia will make progress. If we we are serious on the issue of accountability, holding each other accountable. That's the reason why we have laws in place. And any environment without law is chaos, you know. And so when there is a law in place, and we put a law in place, let the law hold everybody accountable. Certain people should not be above the law, and certain people are below the law. You know, then it is not rule of law. So rule of law is not rule of and it's rule of law. So everybody, no matter your status, you should be subject to the law. So once we do that, that's why the U.S. is working. Because the law, it doesn't matter whether you're a president or a senator or you're a governor. If you say, for example, go into corruption and you are caught, your political career is over. You know, so the issue of law for country, law for county should be key to us. Electing the right people is something that should be key to us. And we frown upon those things that will exacerbate the condition of our people. And that law be part of everything we do. When I love Abraham, I wouldn't want to harm him. You know, so if I don't love you, that's when the issue of doing bad to you. So you can't say you love me and you are looking at the people, majority of the people, they are meandering in poverty. It's that show of love. So that would be my closing message. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Zarzar, for talking to us from Pennsylvania, the United States of America.
All right, so that's my interview with the host, Abraham Kollie, Kollie of BANA FM in Monrovia. You know, so we are here. We are making the case for our people, our voice, the sign of the people. Our message are going across. The guys been following the platform and saying, you know why you make sense. Let me bring you. So I just give a little background. I give my perspective of what's going on, what I see in the country and stuff like that. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we have for you today for On Voice of Sinoe. Thank you so much for following us. Stay on the platform. We'll be giving you more. You know, this is the place you're supposed to be. And don't forget, anytime you get here, to share for us. You share the link. You can also follow us on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube page. We will really, really appreciate that. That being said, I would just recognize the people that I'm seeing here. You took your time to join me today. So I should give you that acknowledgement. Let me see before I leave on this device. I think I can see more people here. And Mr. John Cohn, welcome aboard. Amelia Tijana, thanks for following. Kissy Wiley, thanks for following. Hold on now, let me call, then you guys can say one or two words. McConney, Floyd, thanks for following. Madam Rebecca Young, thanks for following the show. My man J.K. with Tote, Abel Morris, Zach Zarzar, Julius Jared, Samson, Rubio, Mami Do, Tayin, Quia, Eta, that's Yansua. Mr. James Panto, the National Vice President, Mr. William Manning, Ella Menye, Intimate Toba, the Great Reverend, my mentor, Jackson Kamo, Claudio Manisunia, thanks for following, Shelley Okolosi, thanks for following, Winnie Massaquet, that's Roslyn Toba, T. Ojuku Yimpan, Mr. Maya Mondubu, we got here Sokan. Thanks for following that. Manzina, thanks for following the show. This is Ruben, thanks for following. Queen Ora Wule, thanks for following. Gertrude Sua, thanks for following. Mr. William Sua, thanks for following the show. Jackson Ross, or Jackson Ross, sorry. We got here William Morris, thanks for following the show. George City, thanks for following the show. Mother Ruth City, thanks for following. Otis Snap, thanks for following the show. Queen Diana Carla Williams and others. Thank you so much for following Voice of Sinoe. We are out for the day. Let me see. And we want to say put in press the button here. Don't try to you will close it. Then once she presses the button, and you will close it when we're leaving.
No, I want to press all of the buttons.
You know, so you come here. Let me show you which one. You come right here.
I always
and press the button.
Don't
All right, I say bye-bye to the people.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So I'll show you Prudence. So Prudence press the treasure. No, yeah, you press this.
Where?
Tell the people thank you over there. Press
Thank
the, yeah.
you.
Press the button. No, right here.
Oh.
Right here. Yeah, you see that's thanks for watching. You see it? Thanks for watching. Yeah, and then treasure now you can close it. You close it.
She always got to do everything.
No, you did something. She done something.
I always do this. This is my job.
Yeah, and press right here. This one right here.